But isn't that kind of cool? You can see it's like, this is, so cytoplasm. Cyto of the cell, plasm would be sort of gooey liquid that, you know, can transmit force and kind of holds things together. And so there we go.
Can you just review the little bits?
Okay, so nucleus, where the blueprints, it's the library, and it holds all the information of how to make all the cells of your body. Whichever particular cell you've got, it's going to only access a little corner of that library to decide all the shapes and the things it needs to do and construct. So that's our library. Then we've got the little orange dots, which are the ribosomes, living on, and they produce protein, and they're living on this endoplasmic reticulum, which is also a fatty sort of bubbly layer or bilayer. And that's kind of where a lot of the stuff is stored in the materials to make the things. Endoplasmic reticulum. Now, I doubt you'll be quizzed on these names in the MBLEX, but it's good to have an idea of, oh, I'll just say it's, the more you understand this, the more you can kind of make sense about, you know, oh, okay, if I need proteins to make things and or sugars or this or that, then I, you know, having this problem, maybe my cells need this. I used to work as a nutritionist for many years, so this feeds into, okay. So endoplasmic reticulum, sorry, I got a little squirrel. These are, these would be vesicles, which are basically, once again, little fatty bubbles. A phospholipid bilayer. Phospho is like a phosphate, which is a group of little atoms, it's a molecule. Lipid is the fat. And then bilayer means there's two layers that are connected to each other, making that fat not water soluble, and so making it able to be a bubble that can contain things inside this liquid or the outside.
Got it.
Okay, and then we have our, what is this? Cytoskeleton. Now remember, there's going to be a lot more of them, and they're going to tie structures together, and also tie into the cell wall, and potentially keep going and tie into your extracellular matrix, which is like a lot of collagen and other things, your structure. So when you do that, or you pull or whatever, that force is being pulled and transmitted, potentially, for example, directly into the nucleus, pulling on that nucleus from the outside. It can pull. Pretty cool. So force can, you as a massage therapist, can actually be communicating with people's, you know, cellular nuclei and saying what to do. More force often says, we need to produce collagen in this area.
I'm adjusting the nucleus in the atom. Or
Yes.
the
Yes,
nucleus
yes.
in the cells.
Exactly. So then we've got, what are these little buddies? Mitochondria, powerhouse of the cell, and they can be moved around as well as other things can be moved, like these ribosomes, and moved through the cell where they're needed. This is a very dynamic environment. And then what is this buddy? Apparatus. And you can see all the little proteins kind of getting packaged off to be sent off. And they may hang around here for a little while and be sent at an appropriate time. Let's say this is a little certain type of a signal that the cell wants to say, you know, I'm hungry, or this is happening, or that is happening. It might hang around for a bit before it gets sent.
Yeah, like the glucose in your liver.
Exactly, yeah. So, yeah. So these things can be stored and then sent.
Gotcha.
So there's, yeah, so it's a pretty cool, complex environment. There's other things I'm not covering. There's little things called lysosomes. Lyse means to cut, which can actually break down cellular waste inside the cell, break down old structures, and the waste could get spewed out of the cell into the environment here. The fluid, where all the other cells are living too. So that gives you an idea, wait a second, this fluid is pretty critical out here. If you have a lot of the waste from all the cells and the sewage sitting around here, is that going to signal into the cell that there might be too much waste or problems or inflammation should be happening? So this outside environment is very important to to what's going on here. So there you go. Beep, beep, beep. Anybody want to play with the and my hands are gooey.
How did you make them? Are these like
These are like a sort of a baked
clay?
plastic type. You know, you plastinate that you